Hey ladies, so I am off to book club today, and that means we are going to be dressing up. They do amazingly wonderful things. I've got my hair all ready and done, kind of Victorian style. It is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson, and I'm kind of going for the more gothic side of it. I'm going to kind of play kind of a dead Victorian woman, and I have my costume downstairs. I thought I'd wear this for the video though. I didn't want to get anything on the costume because I'm renting it though. So instead of going completely white, I'm just going to go super, super fair. So I have N1 right now from L'Oreal True Match. I am going to be using the Makeup Forever White HD powder. But before I do any of that, I'm going to put on a face primer just to kind of, it's going to be a little bit theatrical, so this will keep it being from completely entering into my pores. This will be a little bit of a buffer. Now the reason that I puckered right then and put some foundation over is because it'll give me that illusion of cracked lips. I'm going to go more in depth into that because I'm going to be taking some lip liner and going in there. But for right now, that gives me a good guide as to where to put all that liner, which is kind of nice. Okay, I really, really like this e.l.f. brush. I love it for contouring. I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to use probably the Typography, the same one that I did for the statue. Okay. Oh, Typographic, sorry. I'm saying that wrong. This is very pigmented, so you really don't need a lot. I'm going to come into a thinner line right here. So it's thicker on the outside, almost giving a triangular effect right there. That's why I like this brush, because it tapers so nicely. I'm really going to come down on my jawline right here because I want this to kind of stick out and just be angular a little bit. I'll probably go back to that a little bit more, but I'll be using some of this first. It is Charcoal Brown by MAC. It's just a mid-tone brown, and maybe a little bit of Handwritten as well. But I'm going to be taking the 224 from MAC. Let's do some Painterly Paint Pot from MAC as well on our eyes so that this doesn't crease. Notice I'm pulling it in quite far because I'm going to be doing some brown in there. So I am going to start, remember wherever you place your brush first, that's where most of the color is going to come from. So we're going to come right on the inside, okay? Come down along that nose. That's where the bulk of our color will be. Okay, so just going back and forth inside that eye area. And then with whatever's left, kind of brush up and down your nose. I'm going to be fanning this out now along my lid. So kind of doing the same thing on this side and then fanning it out. Okay, I want a smaller brush because I want to be precise with where I'm putting things. So I'm going to take the 222, which is more narrow up at the top, same exact color. I'm going to be sweeping this underneath. All right, so I'm not going to do too much more with the brown, except for I am going to take some of the brown on this brush now. And just for a little bit of color variation, but also the repetition that we do. Might want to do a little bit more of the black down there. And then just for a little bit of fun, let's put some right up in there, just some shadowing. Okay, so now for a little bit of contouring, I'm going to take some actual white. Now this is really cool. This is Aqua Cream. It's just from Makeup Forever. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it, and because I kind of want to be dead, it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of that, not necessarily dead, but you know, kind of like a ghost. And I do have silver in my costume, so this might be fun to kind of bring out a little bit of almost like that glow that a ghost has. All right, now with this dark, with this dark color, this is Night Moth from MAC. I'm gonna go along those lines that I saw. Right, taking a little bit more of that brown that we used from MAC, going on the inner parts to look a little bit more like it's dried blood that's on my lips. Perfect. A little bit of mascara. Then we're going to take our NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I want to do kind of a streak in my hair and do a little tiny bit on my brows. All right, a touch of purple. I'm just going into my Coastal Scents right here. Choose any purple that you want. I'm doing the darker purple. And just adding that just a touch. I'm going to take the Makeup Forever powder and just press in areas. As soon as I get my costume on, I'll probably do my hands as well. So what I'll do is I'll just go over them with that same foundation, and then in the lines in between, I'll use that brown that we used right here. I might even draw on some age spots. That would be kind of fun. Anyway, so that's that. Let's get that NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. I'm gonna do a little bit in the brows. You might think that's a lot, but once you kind of go in with a spoolie, there it is. Kind of diffuses it a little bit. Okay, and if I went too dark, well, not too dark, but too light, a little bit of depth back in there, but not much. Okay, so now this stuff is so stinking creamy. I love it. I'm just gonna do one little streak. Just like that. Can you see it? You can go thicker if you want. I'm not wanting to do it too super thick. I don't want it to stand out too much. I want it to be a very subtle detail. Okay, and I've been pulling out wispies. I'll share in the link below where I went on YouTube to kind of create this, because I thought she was quite amazing. I did not do it half as well as obviously she did. But yeah, just blend things out. make it how you want it. And there you go. So there is your dead old Victorian woman. I will put on my costume, take a few pictures so that you guys can see the complete all put together look. If you want to see that, go to classycosmetics.blogspot.com and I will see you soon. Bye. Things that I wanted to add. I wanted to take red or bright pink and just go right underneath your eye to make it look like it's more bloodshot. Kind of gives a cool effect, if you can see that. I've seen in movies where the characters are very distressed or haven't slept a lot or anything like that, they tend to put a very, very fine red/pink line right under there. And I'm even gonna put a little bit right in there to make it a little bit more bloodshot. I added a touch more of shadowing around my chin. A little bit more right here. I even did something kind of cool. So it looks better in the mirror than it does in the camera, so I hope it's coming out. But I came to a point right here with my contouring. I went out and in like that, and it kind of gave the effect of a slightly crooked nose. I thought it added to the effect anyway. But other than that, I don't think I did any more, just trying to create shadow in different places. I added a little bit to my hairline of the white and just kind of rubbed it in just so it looks like it's graying a little bit more. But other than that, that's it. And happy Halloween!